Got vision and destiny. Add elemental, that's chemistry. All those heroes, that's infinity. It's endgame. That's
Yugi peoples, welcome to the commentary. All right, so this one right here ends up being me losing the dice roll against Rikka Avalon. And yeah, he just starts doing Rikka things. And, typically when my opponent activates a card that will special summon from the deck, I feel like it's best to just go ahead and ash it. So we are going to ash that right there. And yeah, I think I'm not sure where to ash this deck, as it's not a deck you typically play too often. I know it's like really hot in Europe, like it for some reason it wins Europe's YCSs and nationals and stuff like that. And I've played against it a couple of times, but I still don't remember exactly like what to hit with it. But like I said, I just go ahead and hit the one from hand, and then he starts doing all these other plant things, and yeah, it just allows him to like get into the Therian package also. And it's just like, man, this just like feels like the ash didn't do enough. But he's going to try to mill some plants there. He ends up missing all of them and ends his turn. And I think like pretty much the only interruption he ends up having is the one that allows him to tribute one of my monsters for the effect of a Rikka card. And I do yeah, I was thinking like the face down card was a Rikka card, so I'm trying to figure out what all interruptions and things he has, and just like how to navigate this turn and what to do, because I do have Vion, and I have the Shadow Mist, and I also had Poly in my opening hand. But we're gonna go ahead and go Vion here, pitch the Shadow Mist to go ahead and add, or to go ahead and put that there. And I want to try to go ahead and get rid of his back row as soon as possible. So we are going to, I believe, just like go with a Stratos play here. That way I can go ahead and find out what the back row is. We're going to go ahead and activate it. Go ahead and to destroy spells and trap cards, because just like if it is something that would like cause him to tribute my monster or something like that, then I can go ahead and chain increase and tribute it off instead. That way, just have to make sure that it does target. So yeah, it does target, and he targets my Ferris, basically making Ferris like the plant monster to send off, and then it would allow him to like destroy my Stratos or something like that. But basically, since it needs to Ferris to tribute, I go ahead and chain the increase, tribute him for my own effect, try to activate increases effect to special summon to special summon my Vion. He activates Ash, but we do have the Crossout Designator. I love Crossout Designator. I love this card. So we special summon the Vion anyway. We use his effect to go ahead and send our Mally, and now we're just going to go into straight go ahead and kill him mode. So we go ahead and go Cross Crusader. We're going to add back our Liquid Soldier here. And then we're going to be able, because I'm only playing one polymerization in this build, which, I think I said during the last commentary, I feel like it was a mistake. I definitely should have just played, two of them. So now we go into our Infernal Devicer, reveal Shiny Neos Wingman, grab our OG Neos so that we can go ahead and make this Infernal Rage using those two. And then we're going to add the favorite card. Then we're going to draw to discard one. We drew into the Fusion Destiny, and just trying to decide, do I want to keep a Hero Lives or the Vion? We go ahead and pitch the Vion, since like I said, I'm only playing one Shadow Mist anyway. So I mean, not playing one Shadow, I'm only playing one Poly anyway, so it's not like I'm going to get to another one. But we go ahead and tribute off our Infernal Rage for our Sunrise. We're going to use Sunrise's effect to go ahead and grab our Miracle Fusion. We're going to banish the Mally in order to special summon the other Mally. We're going to link those two off into our Wonder Driver, go into our Miracle Fusion here to go ahead and bring up our Wake Up, use Wonder Driver's effect to set the Miracle Fusion back down, and then, just do a little bit of damage calculation, make sure that I can kill him. And yeah, I actually just decided to go ahead and go with Fusion Destiny, just in case he does go ahead and go into Nib, then I can go ahead and chain that and, special summon something else out to the board with my Wake Up Your Elemental Heroes effect. And we're going to go ahead and go Battle Phase. and attack over, deal the damage, destroy, and yeah, it's gonna be enough to go ahead and get game there. So yeah, probably overdid it quite a bit, but you know, you never know. I always try to play around whatever weird hand effects and stuff my opponent might have, and yeah, I just, like I said, I wanted to be able to get my wake ups effect if he did have something to if he did have the nib or something like that, which I think he probably would have had did it a long time ago. But either way, you know, we could have still waited till afterwards to do it. I don't think it really made a difference. Like, we were just winning that game right there, even though we didn't go first, and even though the only hand trap we had was Ash. You know, it was just pretty fortunate that they wasn't able to still go like full crazy combo there. As you can see, I was trying out like some different things inside of my side deck. Like, we got ghost ogres and stuff off in there. Mostly that was for like the Pearly matchup and stuff. And I think there was another matchup where I wanted to have it in there. I think it was like against Manadome, I think, where I wanted to have it or something like that. I don't know. It was just something that I put off in there. It probably should have been a fake Veiler, seeing as how everybody's on Veiler now, and I wanted to be able to cross that out. So yeah, probably should have went with that one. So now going into game 2 here, he's going to start off with a Rikka card there, and I believe it's one that allows him to add something. You know, it's basically kind of like a Stratos for them, and he's going to add that, and I'm going to have the Droll there. And yeah, but he's got the call by, so it didn't really matter there. And you know, it's just kind of crazy because like whenever, you know, I typically go to activate a hand trap and they're not typically a deck that plays cross out, I just feel like pretty confident in it. But yeah, this hand is pretty bad after I get hit with the call by, only because I also have the increase, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty fine because I also have Fusion Destiny inside of my hand. And you see this time, last time he missed on milling all 3 of those, but this time he hit the perfect card. He hit the Lone Fire Blossom and kind of started celebrating a little bit there. But as you can see, he's just going like full Rikka combo stuff. And yeah, I'm just not even sure what in the world this whole thing typically ends on, but I know it's going to be something pretty crazy here as he just continues to, you know, keep going here into Rikka plant stuff and more stuff and special summon. Oh, that card right there was crazy because I can only activate one spell or trap card I think after, if it resolves or something like that. I don't know. It was something crazy to where maybe like it's a Nutria plant, Rose Whip or something, and it made it to where I could only play and resolve one spell card or something. And you know, with heroes, it's like we need to be able to play multiple spell cards in order to, you know, be, well, I guess it's not always that way, but with the hand that I drew, I wasn't able to play around that effect because as you can see, I did draw the increase. And I said, for some reason in this list, I decided to only play one increase. And yeah, I kept drawing it. So probably won't go back to doing that again unless I'm playing like 45 cards. But it just seems like whenever you try to play 40 with one increase, you just typically just draw it all the time. And yeah, as you can see, he finally ends there. And my hand is pretty much all spells. And this is pretty much all spells. And the Rose Whip makes it to where I can only activate one of them. So yeah, we had like Fusion Destiny, a Hero Lives, Polymerization, and then Increase. And I know he's got one of these things that does something in the graveyard where he can banish it when I activate a card. And then, like I said, this one basically only lets me activate one spell card. So yeah, I don't even think it really mattered what I tried to do. I think like I was going to activate think I was going to try to like activate like Fusion Destiny and see if I could just use DPE to try to get in there, because like I said, we only get one. So yeah, there goes the Fusion Destiny. And yeah, it's not gonna do anything. So we end up just losing to that board. You know, made a board to where I basically could not play into it at all. So yeah, now going first now, I'm gonna be siding in, you know, like mostly like one of each copy of like the different hand traps and stuff, and you know, just whatever else it takes. I think like pretty much my goal here was like, you see that I side out the D forces and stuff because I feel like against this matchup, well, I ended up putting them back off in there after like going through. I was just trying to decide what would be the best option, but Dark Law is like pretty effective in this matchup, so I felt like it was better for me to go with the normal Omni Hero combo that ends up with Shining Neos, Wingman, DPE, and Dark Law. And it's just typically not something that we do a lot nowadays because of cards like because of Unchained and tier limits and stuff. You know, all those popping effects don't really have too much effect on them because they still get their grade, get their effects and stuff, so it doesn't end up mattering much. But we're gonna go ahead and start off our turn with a Hero Lives here, bring out our favorite boy Stratos, and we're going to use Stratos' effect to go ahead and grab our Ferris there. We are going to use Rhoda now, and that will allow us to go ahead and grab our Denier, I do believe. Yeah, so we can go ahead and get him in the grave. Then we go ahead and discard him to put our increase into Vion effect, dump the Mally because we're not going to jump Shadow Mist because we do want to use him to bring out Dark Law. And we're going to go ahead and grab our Poly here. And then trying to decide which way to go, mostly because I still have this Fusion Destiny in hand. And, you know, it's just one of these hands where it's just like the Fusion Destiny isn't going to do anything because I drew all the other stuff. But we're going to go ahead, go into Cross Crusader here to grab our Graceful Charity. It's a play mistake because I still haven't performed a normal summon yet, so I should have grabbed Stratos. But yeah, now we're trying to figure out to get to Dark Angel, so I go ahead and decide to Denier and use his effect to put Dark Angel on top because I can draw it guaranteed with my Liquid Soldier. So now what we're gonna do is link those two off into our Wonder Driver. And then we're going to activate Polymerization, fusing together our Graceful Charity and Vanilla Neos. And you have to be careful with the chain links here because you want to make sure you draw the Dark Angel. So I go chain link 1 Wonder Driver, chain link 2 Infernal Rage, chain link 3 Liquid Soldier, so that I can draw the 2, including the Dark Angel and everything. So now we're going to go ahead and tribute him off. Go ahead and grab our Shining Neos. We're going to Polymerization those two into our DPE. And actually right here, I make a play mistake because I should have banished the Wonder Driver for the Miracle Fusion. I should have did the Infernal Rage and Wonder Driver in order to bring out Wake Up here. And now we're going to go ahead and pop Wake Up, pop DPE. So as you see, I paid like multiple play mistakes in this game. We're going to go ahead and grab our Mass Change here. And then in order to avoid having to pop my Wonder Driver with my DPE, we're going to go ahead and link those two off into Infernal Devicer because he is a hero. And we can just mass change him into Dark Law if he tries to suicide the Dark Angel into it. I'm going to set favorite contact, set mass change. And I do believe I also set Call by the Grave. During the standby phase, we go ahead and special summon DPE back out to the board. He changes Dark Angel to attack mode, tries to attack into the Infernal Devicer, and we mass change it into Dark Law, and he reveals his hand of all spell cards. So yeah, you know, as you can see, he has stuff like Lightning Storm, evenly matched and stuff like that. And with Dark Angel on the board, you know, you can't activate any of that stuff. So yeah, little bit of ingenuity there to make sure we got to the Dark Angel. Don't forget to use Dark Angel in that way. Sometimes we don't always have to put Mally on top. And yeah, appreciate everybody for staying a while to listen, and I will catch y'all on the next video.
For me, my wingman, he come through, he level up, he Goku, he shining out and popping to over 9K. That's a breakthrough. We on top now. Here's a look at all